Biafra must be restored, for there is nothing the enemies can do about it. We have come that the will of the Most High may prevail. Radio Biafra is unorthodox. The way we do things are markedly different from how others do it. We are under divine instruction. We have come that IKECHUKWU may take control of these very proceedings this evening, for we are nothing without him. O Elohim, unto thee we repose all that we are. Do not allow your children, IPOB, to be put to shame. Do not allow us to be devoured by the hands of the wicked. Do not allow us, O mighty one, to fall prey to those who do not know thee. You will deliver us, not because we are righteous, but because of your mercy. Hear our cry and our supplication. We are not armed. We have not killed anyone. We have not jailed anyone. We have not done anything at all to warrant the level of destruction and carnage being visited upon your children. The same way Israel suffered, so is Biafra suffering today. And if you, Elohim, can deliver Israel, so will you deliver Biafra. That is our hope. That is our anchor of everything that we hold dear as a race and as a people. You brought Biafra that light may come into Africa. You gave us hope because we are in a continent of hopelessness. And by thy grace, Biafra shall be restored. We shall be resurrected. We shall crown our efforts with the glory by the grace of the Most High himself. We are not strong. We do not pretend to be strong. All we do is to submit ourselves to your will, that your will may be done upon our lives. We have lost many people. We have lost so many good people. Their sacrifice will never be forgotten. We shall honor them, and for their sake Biafra will come. Israel lost people, and today Israel is here as a beacon of hope in a land filled with darkness. We beseech thee, Elohim, because we are wandering all over the world, hoping against every hope that things will turn around for the better. It has never turned around for the better. Instead, it is getting worse. Please do not abandon your children. You have given us a commission, and we must accomplish it in our lifetime. We have come to honor your holy name. We have come to praise thee. We have come to honor thee, that your name may be glorified, adored, and praised forever and ever. Ise, Ise, Ise. I welcome each and every one of you, wherever you are all over the world, and I ask
Sorry. I think I'll mute my mic again. That's my fault. Sorry for that. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wonderful people of Biafra. I think my mic was off in a bit. Sorry about that. I must proceed. My name still remains George IKECHUKWU. I reside here in United Kingdom. And I'm reaching you out from UK, and it's 10 minutes on top of the hour, whatever you are listening from. Now, this evening, I just came here to do a straightforward justice based on the propaganda and servitude that have been peddled around by some, hoodlums, or what I call them. These are not IPOB members, because every designing IPOB member should understand what our code of conduct has entailed. I have to put this straight because at the end of the day, we all know where they are trying to drive IPOB, and for some of them that have saying that IPOB is going to be proscribed or tag terrorist, but there have been the ones that are making some utterances that actually could allow international community to designate IPOB as a terrorist, or if there's need to be, but we are not, because we are peaceful people. And our leaders still maintain that they want peace too. They want total peace and tranquility in Biafra land. Now, this evening, what I want to show you and what I want to say is very straightforward. 2 days or 3 days ago, there's an outburst about Chinasa writing something on his page. This guy, like I said, he is the real imposture, because every single human being knows that Buhari is dead, is late. But Fulanis are smart. They're smarter than us, and you must have to accept that, whether you like it or not, until we do otherwise. But as long as Fulani rules us, they are smarter than us. Because if they could kept the deceased brother, which is the late pedophile, for over 7 years and still rule you and cause mayhem in your land, allow their own kit and kin from every part of West Africa to invade your own land, means that they're smarter. I have to admit this until otherwise. Now, one thing I want to say tonight is this. It's very, very important that we understand where we are going and where we are coming from. Because at the end of the day, the enemies at the gate are those within the IPOB. Some of them are serving as a principal officer. Some of them are members that have recruited. Because oftentimes they use the word of recruit. I don't know who is recruiting who. In IPOB, we all of us sworn an oath. We came out to deal with the issues as a gatekeeper. And today, so many things are happening. I want to make it abundantly clear here that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we have this issue 2015, like I said, their script never changed. What Obete did, he couldn't succeed in 2015, is exactly what he's repeating himself. And what Uchenna Asebu and his cohort could not achieve, Chike Doziem, which is Uchenna Asebu's boy, is now trying to achieve that mandate, which is the pronunciation and the suggestion they brought in. Even Debu might say he was going to create a parallel IPOB, which he succeeded doing. He succeeded doing that because they allowed it to happen. Anybody today giving order or any whatnot is because Chike Doziem bite into it. Banon at large. There is no if but. Unequivocally. Quote me anywhere. So every agenda that some of you that were around 2015 will bear me witness, because someone like us, we don't forget things. We will quote and tell you time and date. There's nothing different from 2015 and now. All is seeing that those that are pretending. That is why Onyendu urged all of us to go and watch Enemy at the Gate. Double standard, that is what it is. So the outburst we had was the Onyendu was poisoned. Every single of us know that our leader have an health issue. She had a chronic ulcer. And he has eye problem as well. We all know. If you're a member of IPOB and you're inside as a principal officer, not those on Facebook are looking for something, you will understand that our leader has been ill. But Mazi Nnamdi Kanu health and life is in the hands of Chukwu Kabia. If Onyendu of Infinite Mercy, what happened in Kenya after what they did to him and still brought him back? Or should we go back to what happened in September 14th, 2017? Mazi Nnamdi can survive all this. Or when he was in Kujo prison, they shot Kazakhstan inside his cell for him to die because they know he was having issues. But Mazi Nnamdi is undiable. Until IKECHUKWU is the only one that can take away his life. For your information. Now, this guy they call Nemeka Ejiofor was not actually IPOB lawyer. He came in from representing Nnamdi, witnessing what is happening in court. Because of the issue we are having, Ejiofor fell woefully. Onyendu will not pass any message because, like I said, I don't need to play his voice again. He claimed one time he was the most trusted about Onyendu. He was lying. Because there's something that's holding Ejiofor till tomorrow morning until he answer Ejimako's email about Onyendu expelling the common criminal in Germany. They call Chinedu, Collins Chinedu, whatever his name is, the former national coordinator. He hasn't done that. That's why he is not capable of sending any message or delivering any message to anybody, unless to those Cabal within IPOB, Chikedozium and cohort. But now they have lost it because Ejiofor, Nnamdi Ejiofor found his voice when Onyendu gave that message about the sit at home. And no one knows him. But now they have gone into him. This man have got a bit of him. What happened 2 days ago will show you that what we've been crying and been saying for a long time, there is no if but. And Kanu will always be exonerated because Kanu is not that kind of a person that he doesn't talk behind. He will advise. He's there. He's a gatekeeper. He's an IPOB member. And it's Mazi Nnamdi younger brother. So for your information, he lives in Germany. If he lives in the UK, he understands how the system works. He does not lie. All the important meetings within UK here are across board. Kanu attend them. Even our leader wife said it to you guys when she came first time on Radio Biafra. He told you first interview, Kanu was involved. You can't take it away from Kanu. That is, Kanu is Onyendu's younger brother. If you don't like it, commit suicide. For your information. If you don't like Kanu, the only thing you will do is take your life. Because nothing will change. And Kanu is not going anywhere. For your information. Kanu, I said Kanu is not going anywhere. Uchemofo worked with Kanu. I'll put the picture. Uchemofo is alive. He might say something because dispute. Uchemofo devil entered him and may he so rest in peace. But Uchemofo knows. What I want to clarify tonight is about the falsehood barrister Nnamdi was forced by this idiot that hoodlum Chinasa Sanwo. Because now Chikedozium does not have voice. He can't speak. Just watch the two memo that he just wrote was the one that is Ayoba. These are Aram boys. After he wrote it in the Facebook wall, then now he enacted it on our head, he used our letterheading now to make it official. But that's not official for Chikedozium. Chikedozium have lost it. He doesn't have the power. Onyendu does not designate any message to Chikedozium. I want IPOB to listen to me. Mazi Nnamdi does not convey any message to Chikedozium. That is why on that sit at home, that Chikedozium disobey Onyendu, for him to redeem sit at home in Biafra land, which have cost another mayhem in Biafra land, he passed it through Ejiofor. This guy called Nnamdi Ejiofor, which is not even an official lawyer to Onyendu. He's just like a messenger. But Onyendu fired it wordy, but now the guy have ridiculed himself because I'm going to pull what he wrote on Facebook, even he bring it down and cannot tweeted because we don't just come out and talk. We have our facts and figures out before we come out. And I will show you Chikedozium memo where I've just we highlighted it to let Biafrans understand. He has got no mandate any longer to Chikedozium to write memo representing IPOB. Quote me anywhere. We're IPOB. And there's no permanent position in IPOB. Even Chikedozium, if there's something he signed or whatever in the country that he lives, probably his office will not last more than 2 years. So we understand all this, how they work. So what I want to lay bare tonight is about the servitude they are brought in, claiming that they're poison Onyendu. We know Onyendu have an ill health, but his ill health is IKECHUKWU. He has been there from onset, and no, nothing will happen to our leader. I said it the last time. This is their wish, just like Master Prophet said. They're projecting death to Onyendu or sending message to DSS to them to poison Onyendu. What they did was they sending message to DSS. If you guys have a way, poison Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they set it open. They come on Radio Biafra giggling. We don't play ping pong. We don't play games. IPOB is white and whiter than snow. These men must understand that people like us, we don't join IPOB because someone preached Biafra to us. Because we came, because we called us, because we had a voice. And that voice is what brought us all of us. For those that have their frontal lobe and deciding mind and still pure in heart and soul. So tonight, I just came here to clarify something. This is a disclaimer. I want to show, I'm going to school over the so-called memo. That's why I put it, we're going to put it out. People will read over it. Chikedozium does not have the mandate. Because go back on two memo he wrote, on this year. One is from Isaiah Yoba, second one is from China Sanwo. And now, always, I said this before, IPOB does not go into damage control. Defensive, no. We always go, we don't go on offensive, we go, we don't defend, we go on offensive. But now they're defending what they have said. And the voice of the clown, they called Mwachineka. I don't know who these people are, including Jonathan. The funny thing is that these people hiding under IPOB, Radio Biafra microphone, nobody knows their faces. These are individuals. These are wretched individuals. I got full respect for some of them, like someone like Lozier and IKECHUKWU, which I know, and Ike Peters, because they're veterans. But I don't know where these men come from. They must have something in mind before they join, or what they're doing, for recognition or for somebody to know them. Because that Mwachineke, I heard what he said about Kanu. Jonathan already, what he said about Madam Nyanya. So it cannot be biased when he's sitting on our platform. I'm sitting in a different platform. Even as I'm here, I don't talk unguardedly, and I don't say something I'm not sure of. I'm not here to blackmail anybody. I'm here to lay bare and open your frontal lobe, those that have their deciding mind. Because IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, our leader, never lied. And he never played games with us. That's why many of us will die behind him, take a bullet for him. And now men are wishing Onyendu death in broad daylight, telling the SS to poison Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is exactly what China Sanwo. Nobody knows who China Sanwo is. Imagine they're calling him general. Told you all you need to. If he's general, so what is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? If somebody is calling China Sanwo general, so what is Onyendu then? It all tells you all you need to know. Tell you where they are driving at. Because now they think IPOB is money making. I said it, these are wretched 419er. This guy live in desert. I don't care the amount of oil that is in Kuwait. I will never live there. I have the privilege. I will never live there. Even in Dubai. Some people are running to Dubai. I was in Dubai in 2001 or so. A woman even proposed to me in the airport. I refused. It's not brag. It's a fact of life. A citizen. I'm not saying citizen. Say don't go back. I said no. So for some of you don't understand where we're coming from. This is not a joke. I don't know who that guy is, like I said. But I know people know who he is. So Ejiofor Nemeka have allowed himself to be used now. Including him, nothing comes from him that is because he went to Onyendu with Meme. Some people say, why is Meme not giving out message? If Meme starts delivering message, they say, oh, it's Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's brother, it's a business, it's a family business. Meme go to see his elder brother. But doesn't mean that Onyendu will not tell him what is happening. That's where you guys, some of you are dumb. Do you think Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will give you instruction, will not tell his own brothers? Are you that dumb? Are you that demented that you think Onyendu will sit in DSS dungeon that his two parents have died for and is fighting for something, and he knew that all of you are compromised? He knew. If Kanu and the Meme want money, I don't think they'll be running around for Onyendu. They know what to do. If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, these people, if they want money, to hell with all of us. But they are pure. That's all I have to tell you. But I want to upload what has transpired in these 2 days. The Chidans and came yesterday around because they're looking for soft landing, damage control. They have got nothing to offer. They have lost it because they know when they speak, people like us, when we come out, we decimate them. I have no remorse on this mother cunt. I will use this word. I don't care about this individual. I'm talking about on face to face. People that knows me. Because I know what I can do, capable of doing. I'm not bragging. Those in UK here know. They know. Just some people that was tougher, they know. I put them where they belong because I don't talk anyhow. When it was tough in UK here, when we had the first problem in 2015, this guy they called, what is he called his name again? The former national coordinator and his deputy. Ifeanyi was the deputy, and Emeka Onyebuchi was the national coordinator when this issue happened. And it started from Emeka Onyebuchi because Onyendu ordered Omiomi to suspend Emeka Onyebuchi. No, to suspend Ifeanyi. The order Emeka Onyebuchi or suspend Ifeanyi Urayo. Emeka Onyebuchi refused. The Onyendu now suspend both of them. That's where it started from UK. That UK will always be a target. That's why they boycott the first exhibition we did in Spain, in Victoria. And I asked them, say, why did the UK didn't attend? Just like what they did here, boycotting protests. UK has been one of the places that the Cabal hatched themselves. But people like us said, no. We will never allow it to happen. So I'm not going to be long. Probably 30 minutes, I'm off. But what I want to say tonight is this. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, everybody, for your information, Onyendu has ill health because his ill health is in the hands of GateKeepers. Anybody telling you that they poison Onyendu, this is what they are telling the DSS to do. If Onyendu is poisoned tomorrow, Hochina Sanworu and his gang are responsible. If Onyendu is ever poisoned tomorrow, I'm telling Biafrans, mark this day, George Umeh said it, on the 28th of January 2023. If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, which poison will not excel in his body, but if he does, China Sanworu and Chike Doziem, these men are the one that poisoned Onyendu. I will leave it here. Now, I want to upload Nnemeka, where he started and where he fell, because he's irrelevant now. People must know, Nnemeka is never a direct, is not anything in IPOB. He was going there to observe. He's an observer. But Onyendu find it worthy, because now, when the real men fell, but the main man that delivered the message that everybody know, uncompromised, he delivered it organically, is Ejimako. I don't know him, but all of us can attest to it. Because actions speak louder than words. Very simple. Simple as that. Simple as ABC. So let's start from their so-called tweet, the tweeted or whatever, the memo Chike Doziem wrote today, yesterday or whatever. As you can see here, it could be a witness that the memo has got no meaning. And the way, if you were looking at the green box, there's a word in there that said the chronicle of a saboteur Chike Doziem and his cohort are now openly signaling to their paymaster DSS to poison Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. This is a fact. Go and verify this, what I'm saying to you. And now, I want you to come down to where arrow is pointing, where they say we have it we have it on a good authority that the DSS acting on the script given to it by the Nigerian government and in collaboration with certain politicians of Igbo extraction, like Hope Uzodinma, which is his brother, Chike Doziem's brother. He's calling him. I think they all talk behind closed doors, right? Imo State Supreme Court Administrator, we understand that some Ohaneze and Igbo leaders. Malami, the Attorney General of the Federation, and others who names will be made public in due course, met to disclose how to eliminate Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, full stop. At this meeting, it was suggested that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should be poisoned and allowed to die slowly. What is your take on this? This is exactly what they want them to do to Onyendu. I'm not mimicking here. Listen to me. If you remember when Imapowerful wrote memo saying that we'll have a new leader, and when we push back, they run away. This is the testing, they're watering the ground and see the reaction of Biafrans. But we know there's so many dozen people out there. A lot of people have been boxing to box. They wouldn't be speak. They don't even know what is from the left from the right. But people like us, we are here. We're not going anywhere. Okeke knows why. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was a lone voice. There must always be a lone voice if you're pure. There must be always. It is not about. When Onyendu came out, they said, "Oh, come turn it down." Onyendu said, "To hell with you. We cannot turn it down until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is released." And Onyendu will come out in infinite mercy, because Onyendu, what we are fighting for is our right, and our hands are clean. Now, I'm not reading this memo, but I want this memo when we release this particular, because this is a file. Everybody should go through it. Chike Doziem is not approved. It's no longer IPOB. The enemy at the gate does not represent IPOB. Disregard whatever Chike Doziem said. Chike Doziem is on his own. Chike Doziem is on his own. The day I will do program for the 747,000 they ate, they thought that is a joke. They will marvel. Let them mark my word what I said. I will do it, and when I got that green light, all of them will understand that we are not playing here. I will roll it up. The reason why I'm flipping it is that that's the main memo which is irrelevant. Now, I come down to Nnamdi Ejiofor, which call himself a barrister. And they understand the code of conduct between their practices as a lawyer. Confidentiality about your client, if you do have one. That's things you don't say publicly, because it might cost you a lot. But if you be mandated to say something, you must say it without mimicking. Now, Ejiofor is carrying a falsehood against Onyendu because all of them have understood. And there's something about this Ejiofor. It seems that those bearing Ejiofor are easily cowed into submission. But there's no room for Cabal within IPOB. This is a promise. So now, contradictive words that come out of this man is dying slowly, and we all keep silent or whatnot, is a falsehood because Meme went there with him. Are you telling me that Nnamdi is more concerned than Meme? Or Onyendu, if Onyendu is being poisoned, Onyendu will not tell Meme? Is that what you're telling me? Is that what you guys want George Umeh to believe? That Meme went to see his brother, his elder brother, and you that is just a messenger now is the one that's supposed to tell us that Onyendu is being poisoned? Because the first time he ever talked about the IPOB, I will play your voice, you were giving out college to some people indirectly. But Onyendu give that message to you, mentioning China Sanwo-Olu, Chike, and they are powerful. These are men that have this. These men are the ones Onyendu are pointing hand to. Those people that are supposed to carry his order. Because China Sanwo-Olu, if Onyendu mentioned China Sanwo-Olu, but you know what you are looking for. But look at what Meme said. Meme said, met with Mazi Kanu in a company with Evangelist. That somebody else, an evangelist confirmed that something with our leader, and Barrister Nnamdi Ejiofor, at the Department of State Security Services, Abuja, as always. We focus more on victories recorded and way forward. He maintained that this struggle for liberation remains a collective fight and thanked those who have not betrayed. He used the word, who have not betrayed. Onyendu knows that we have enemy at the gate within the house. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu know all of you by your names for your information. This is the message Meme was passing through, and it is quite very clear. There is no place there that he said that our leader was sick, and he said Nigeria has continuously flouting the orders of our own court, and such never been tolerated in IPOB because we cannot flout our own orders. Onyendu is highlighting what is in our code of conduct here. For some of you moron, those who attack this noble structure, some people will now pick up structure. Which structure? If structure you are protecting without Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and you tell me which structure are you protecting? Are you demented? He's talking to Chike Doziem, the enemy at the gate, and his gang of criminals. That's who he's talking to. Well, when he made, some people will jump. The English is not our language, I'm sorry. But men speak in videos. The structure were not that when it was built and came and can never be brought down. None of you will bring IPOB down. This movement is divine from heaven. To me, IPOB is a huge achievement for our people, for men and women of goodwill. And I think on the bottom of it is Onyendu to Yanoro. And when this substitute came out, this message that this moron called Nnamdi Ejiofor, this Ram boy, Kanu responded because Kanu does not mimic. He doesn't send anybody. And I'll tell you one thing, Okukano family are, for me, they're angels. Because I said it before. No, show me your family members. Let's see them. If your parents have giving ghosts because of Biafra, 2 of them, you tell me that your younger brothers will allow you to even put your foot in your compound. You idiot. Now, he responded to this. He said, this is to inform the general public. I will play the audio of one idiot in Radio Biafra urging people to go and bomb people's houses. Do you know why they're doing that? Because they know that Onyendu is coming out. And they're jittering. We used to remember Mazi's word when he described Uchemefo in 2015. He said, George, Uchemefo is jittering. I said, barrister, you people should go and solve this problem. We don't want it to go airwire. Because we won ahead. I call barrister. I said, barrister, what I'm seeing, I don't think is right. Settle this matter within, as the hierarchies. We always talk because I know my rights and nobody can read it to me. Mazi Kanu again, the only man that comes out and saw tomorrow, he said, this is to inform the general public that any group of people planning to go and burn government properties in Biafra land under the guise that Mazi Kanu is poisoned are doing so at their own detriment and does not represent Mazi Kanu or IPOB vision. Full stop. For some of them saying that they will discount IPOB as a terrorist, because that's what they've been working for. All these things is what is going to keep Onyendu longer in DSS dungeon. That's what they want to do, nothing else. They have got not to offer. They don't have not to offer. Like I said, I don't want to waste time in this program. And this is what this man wrote. Yes, this is about 19 hours later. He said, yes, he is dying slowly. And we are all silent. This is a fact. And I owe no one any apology, Biko. Show you that the man was not speaking from his, he's mimicking. The first one, and he deleted some of them. The first one, he didn't say this. But this was after he spoke to Kanu Takano. Because he cannot deny he didn't speak to Kanu Takano. Just like the ones running their mouth. Kanu Takano is not projecting himself as a leader or deputy leader. But within your conscience, you know that Kanu Takano was there. From onset. And we don't want to know when Onyendu was here. None of you, he was there. Physically, mentally, and otherwise. And it has been proven. He left Germany and went home and toured with Onyendu on 2017. Including his wife. Tony's Lumike went to go and marry, but he didn't know who Onyendu was. That idiot, that homeless moron that lived in Germany. He went home where you trying to malad Madam Nnamdi, but you know as God might have it. On a CEO name and Zuzo, you come out. Because we are under oath. The oath we always fight, one way or the other. You might think you want to blackmail somebody, you're blackmailing yourself. Because once you blackmail somebody, somebody will blackmail you. Like I said, I have no baggage behind my back. When you see man can George, make sure you bring your evidence with you. Just like I do. When you're talking about George, make sure you bring evidence. In UK here, my head, I hold it high because when we ask people to bring their receipt, they've contributed in IPOB United Kingdom. When I started contributing in UK, I wasn't living in UK because I'm a business guy. I travel around the world. Who knows me knows. I'm not bragging. Those that know me knows. The ticket I've traveled with, if I give it to you, probably will never even think about going anywhere in your life. It's not brag. This is fact. How many passports that I've destroyed? If I show you to you, you might go mad. So some of you might understand that. So it's not everybody that you see, you just start yapping. It's only Mazi Kanu can command what all of us will be under banner of Mazi Kanu. And those you have assigned to do their job. It doesn't matter your level because all of us are grassroots. But the moment you disobey Onyendu, now, the same Kanu Takano is still tweeting. Because at the end of the day, this man now went AWire. They have forced him to go and write something on Facebook. Kanu Takano is asking on this particular one, he said, why did you pull down the post? Because the man put the Kanu Takano always here to redirect those that are trying to circumvent the obvious reality before us. Always. That's what happened. It's quite obvious. It's dying slowly, but you pull it down. Why do you pull it down? Barrister, he said, this post from Barrister Nnamdi Ejiofor came after I spoke to him yesterday. But this morning, he confirmed to me, contrary to yesterday, that he was pressured by the enemies of Mazi Kanu to write this on Facebook, justifying their propaganda. Yes, Mazi Kanu is sick and needs a medication attention. Of course, we know that. That's not hidden about it. We know I was sick, we all know. But he ain't dying today, not there tomorrow. But don't go and tell us, now you're telling the SS to give Onyendu poison. Openly. And some of you are clapping for them. And somebody called him general. An invisible dog is a general. Then what is Mazi Kanu then? An invisible mad dog is a general to you. Then what is Mazi Kanu to you then? If he's a general, what is Onyendu to you? I want you to tell me. I want you to tell me what is Onyendu to you then. You know? So it still continue. The same thing Kanu Takano just talked about. But there's something I want to say here. You see this IKECHUKWU, there's one IKECHUKWU that live in UK. It's not that IKECHUKWU. This IKECHUKWU is actually Nzurumike. Nzurumike, this IKECHUKWU is Nzurumike. This is his pseudo Facebook account in Germany that he used. He's writing and comparing the message if they are sibling. But the person doesn't even know where Onyendi is. I'm going to leave their voice when I end this program. You listen to Ntoni Nzurumike. For some of you who doesn't know, this IKECHUKWU is not the one that live in UK here. It's one demented woman like that, you know. These are people that feel with emotion and sentiment and village meeting. They want to turn IPOB into village meeting. Chikedozian came from a side. Is that what we want to do here? No. That people sit down. I think I want to join Igbo meeting. I will don't bother because my family, I have more than 80 people in my family. So we do our own kindred within the family. I just want to make it abundantly clear here because what he just wrote, and I put it here. This is Nzurumike, the homeless fool that was sleeping in our office in Germany. Pseudo account writing junk. It's a baby saboteur anyway, so I'll move forward with that. So apparently that is where I'm going to stop this because this is actually the including the memo they wrote. But one thing I'm going to do is that Nnemeka found his voice. I don't want to give him too much publicity. So, but because I don't want to waste time on this program, I want to bring the voice of the guy that was talking on Radio Biafra. I don't know if he's I don't know what they call the guy. I don't know if he's they call him in Wachineke because these people, I don't even know when they they invaded Radio Biafra because, so quite frankly, I don't really listen to Radio Biafra anymore. If I say I'm listening, you know I'm lying. I don't. It's more than 12 months. I've never listened to Radio Biafra. If I told you, if I said that I listen to Radio Biafra, I know I judge you, man. I don't lie. I don't. To be quite frankly, because there's nothing for me to listen to. You know, where they turn IPOB platform into where they blackmail people and gossip. I will not be part of it. So I just want to play the guy's voice, you know, because like I said, this is a disclaimer that I came to do.
Biafra Alpha Power Media International.
I want people to listen to this guy and what he says, and tell me.
Biafra Alpha Power Media International.
That's all I want you guys to do.
Biafrans.
Just listen.
According to the post now, the news, non-circulation, even in the Facebook of Mazi Chinasa Mbawa Defense Minister, Onoga that is quite confirmed. It is confirmed Nigerian DSS has poisoned Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Nigeria has broken the canal back. It is war. Oga Herugo, the time has come. The time has come. Everybody have to move out now. Any place in no, as long as it is governmental property, it must go down, except the bank, except school, except marketplaces. Ihe ọbụla bụ ihe government must go down. Ihe ọbụla bụ ihe government must go down. There will be no peace again. There will be no peace again. And what's the here peace? And you go peace. And because we are keeping peace, he feels here that now we are pregnant women. And they have reached to the extent of poison Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is the end. It's better now they bring him out now. Before any other thing will happen. But brother, any place, you know, wake up, move out. Move out. The thing is that don't be stupid and don't be a criminal. Don't use the thing to go and be robbing or stealing people things. Anything government property that has nothing to do with the masses.
Well,
that has nothing like when we hear local
government. A lot of people have listened to this particular. People that listen to him have listened to his voice. He had what the guy is saying. He actually in Radio Biafra ordering people to go and destroy government property. To go and destroy government property under the guise that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been poisoned, that it was confirmed in China Sanwo-Olu. He was mentioning his general. He called China Sanwo-Olu general. These are riffraffs. They have ganged up and installed in Radio Biafra and turned Radio Biafra where we worship. That's why no designing mind IPOB member will say listen to Radio Biafra. I don't listen to Radio Biafra. I don't. Radio Biafra was where I sleep and wake up. Even when 2015 I went to the zoo. Who knows? First, they knew that our national national coordinator here. No, not national coordinator, our zonal coordinator, which is London family. Then was the person I called to give me phone number. I called the guy that sold Onyendu to DSS. He's late now. He died miserable. Chooks Ikediwe was the guy I called because I was contributing in Biafra land, contributing in UK here. The guy gave me the phone number, someone that came and fixed satellite in my house because I was listening to Radio Biafra. I'll buy data. I'm turning it, because you can listen through the satellite. But I don't listen to anymore, to be honest with you. This is on Radio Biafra that this guy was calling for war on Biafra land. And ask yourself, the mayhem that is in Biafra land, they are not satisfied. Chinas and Wall is not satisfied with Chike Doziem. The bloodbath that are going on in Biafra land. Because, once you kill once, you continue killing. Moment your hand is in blood, that blood has covered your eyes. It will kill us. It doesn't matter how many people that died. Now, they're numb. They don't feel anything anymore. Because the guy now, listen to what the guy said. He take his words from Chinas and Wall. The general has confirmed that Onyendi is poisoned. There's no medical practitioner there because medical practitioner does not speak to Chinas and Wall. Who should confirm about Onyendu illness should be his immediate younger brother, which is Meme. If Onyendu is sick, actually, being poisoned, the person that's supposed to be person that you should listen to is Meme, which is younger brother. Nobody else. As it stands today, if you doubt to Meme, you buy ticket and go to the SS dungeon and see Onyendu by yourself. That's all I have to say. Because at the end of the day, men are evil. Men are evil. The reason why I came out now is to let Biafrans know. Number one, Mazi and Kanu, we all know that our leader is ill. His illness has been there. But if our leader is poisoned, it's not Chinas and Wolu to announce it. Because Chinas and Wolu does not even know, if I'm not mistaken, know where the SS dungeon is in Abuja. They will not play propaganda with our leader. They will not openly tell DSS to poison Mazi and they keep quiet, saying that, and on top of that, they call for mayhem in Biafra land. Because Governor IKECHUKWU have volunteered to stand for our leader. Now they're ordering to go to government hands and destroy and kill every governor they saw. This is not IPOB, we know. We are not here to harm our people. We are here to restore Biafra through you might call it, because referendum is a political process. We didn't run into the bush, carry arms, fighting, because at the end of the day, they will still call you and rehabilitate you and put you into that rehabilitation process before we talk about now that peace talk will start. Go to every country that have fought war. I've told you people, go and study about Sierra Leone and Liberia. Forget about Biafra war because we are not born then. The recent one in West Africa, don't even go to Burundi or whatever they call them. Study about Liberia and Sierra Leone. How their war started and how it ended. It will do you a lot of favor. For some of you who does not know what war is or what rebel is. Because me and you are rebel. But our own rebel is because we are more sophisticated in our mind and very determined and consistency, and we are not wretched in mind because we are the ones sponsoring what we are doing. I think you have watched Blood Diamond. That Blood Diamond you watch is not story. That is fact. And even if it's worse than that, ask any Sierra Leone and he will tell you. My fellow comrade, I will leave you with the voice of the vultures. I don't want to play Nnameka's voice because it's not worthy to play. Nnameka is gone. Simple as that. There's nobody will take him serious from today because now he saw in his hand, the Cabal have get a bit of him. They are boxing him in the corner and they have succumbed. For your information, there's no message that comes from Nnameka because Nnameka, Ejiofor, number one, is not it doesn't represent Onyendu in that capacity. He's not one of the teams that represent Onyendu. He's an observer from Ohaneze and Igbo. Maybe because of his passionate now, he's found it in him that he wants to support what we are doing. Fair enough. But the moment you try to circumvent the issue within IPOB, you shot yourself in the foot. And it's quite bizarre. And they're going around by ranting. Like I said, IPOB, we are not into defending ourselves. We are always on offensive because our hands are clean. Chike Doziem now is writing memo. When is Cabal? When is his boys now have written what? Now he will enact it. For your information, it does not represent Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or IPOB at large. I know there are so many people out there. People have their own opinion, but at the end of the day, that is why now someone is giving order from their bedroom, courtesy of Chike Doziem, the enemy at the gate. So for me, I'm going to leave you Biafrans with their voices. And at the end of the day, you will hear Onyendu lamentation for those people that we are called for this project. It's not meant for everybody. So tonight, my message to you is that our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, IPOB is a freedom fighting movement, and we are looking to restore Biafra through the legitimate process, which is a purely referendum. And Onyendu, the world is watching. Our leader is not poisoned. But the people that are peddling this servitude are those that want Nnamdi Kanu to be poisoned. That is what you must take home. That China Sanworu, if he's a human being, I always say this. Chike Doziem want to Onyendu. He said in that they're going to make the name of the people. We want to know those names. So how do you know about the meeting? If you're not, like I said before, you see, in America is good at it. Cutting deals. The only country in this world we get somebody to get a gang and make sure they shut that gang off, they will give you a deal. At the end of the day, two things involved. It's either you leave and change your entire with your family, or you put it in a box. That is what an informer gets in return. So let us be clear here that these men have soiled their hand. And those that are holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they know them. They were working with them. Just like when Soludo find out that, you know what, with this man, there ain't going to be any peace in Biafra land without the real elephant in the room. He acknowledged that. And that's why they fall apart. Because when Soludo said that IPOB have come out emphatically, he used the word emphatically, said that they're not part of these criminals in Biafra land. Nobody said anything. Nobody didn't say anything. That was in accordance with the plan. But when he found out that the people he's dealing with are even more dangerous than the Fulanis, he said, you know what, to hell with all of you. So this is a smart guy. I don't know him in person, but I know his in-law. His in-law was my good friend here in UK. His wife, younger brother, was my friend. I don't want to mention his name. And my brother has access to them, but we don't really mess around with politicians. To be honest, we keep it to be seen today. I don't care. I don't really give a crap about them. It's not my problem. So what I'm saying to you guys, just know this. One thing you must take home. China Sanworu and Chike Doziem want Onyendu to be poisoned. That's one thing I want Biafrans to know. Nothing else. They want DSS, but because they see the pushback, that's why now they're giggling. They don't know what to say. It's all of them ranting. They have called for war in Biafra land. Like I said, there will be an inquiry on a good day. There will be an inquiry in Biafra land. People must give account of what they have done, what they have said. Doesn't matter where you live. We will get to you because we are all over the world. There must be an inquiry at the end of this particular journey we are in. Thank you for listening, my fellow Biafrans across the globe, and I thank you for listening to me. Onyendu remain the arrowhead of this struggle. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu never change, and his family member Kanu remain the concern of Biafrans. He remained the voice of the voiceless. Because if Kanu, like as my last program, I brought where he fell, all the crime he committed, as they said, nobody can come out and say that what I'm saying. Just like now, I will give you the file. We don't mess around. I dare you. If you're man enough, come out and challenge me. You bunch of criminals. I want to thank you. May bless every single one of you. And our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the God that called you, will give you that strength to supersede our enemy. Because he said he plays 7 times for us on a daily basis. IKECHUKWU knows by all of us by our name. He will never desert you. And those that have called from their mother's womb will stand by you. And that is why we are doing what we are doing. I owe no apology to any idiot. May the soul of our gallant heroes and heroines that paid ultimate price be resting in peace and fight alongside with us. That at the end of this journey, that Biafra shall be restored in our lifetime. And there, one a good night from here. The voice of the vultures is what you're going to be listening to now. And there, one.
Nnamdi said we should suspend the sit at home. And I asked our people, those that I had discussion with, I said, but what is the reason? Did Nnamdi give any reason why we should suspend it? And they said he didn't give a reason. And I asked them, but you tell me, what reason would I give Biafrans why I am suspending this sit at home when our demands has not been met? That was my question. I asked those both in DOS and those who were not in DOS that I had the opportunity to speak with. They were telling the news. I asked them, what will be the reason I have to give? And with that, sorry, I think I'm trying to mix a little thing here, but the lawyers have not come back to us now. Now, this is before the night, the first day of it. So when I was asking them what is the reason they want us to suspend this thing, and they told me that we should use NECO as an excuse. I mean, we should use NECO because of the exam that the people are trying to hold. And I said, but NECO doesn't really. It's not the strongest excuse to give the Biafrans why we should stop the sit at home. And I will be very, very frank. And I will take the responsibility. I haven't said it on air before because it's not. I don't come on air to. And I said, because there is no reason from our leader that we should stop this sit at home, that we are going to go ahead with the sit at home. And then we went ahead with the first sit at home. After we did the first sit at home, and it was a huge success, unbelievably successful. Then, after that same Monday after the sit at home, the lawyers had a visit again to Onyendu, and they now came back and said that Onyendu said we must suspend that sit at home. So that message came now the second time, and I said, okay, if Onyendu insists, after the evidence we have provided that this thing was successful and that our people were willing to do it, if he insists, I will suspend it. And I suspended it. That instruction came from Onyendu. And anybody who tells you otherwise is lying. And that's how I answer that question for you. Now,
when we mount up that pressure, everywhere started to panic. When we declared this sit at home, we got a message from the leader that we should call off this sit at home. I don't want to go deep on people. There were people who played a very dangerous role against that sit at home for their own selfish interest, because I expect you to come here to ask. When we put sit at home, you saw that Nnamdi, you saw the people opposing the sit at home. You saw them. And you saw people who were giving them thumb up. It is that destruction they want in IPOB. It is to destroy and discredit the IPOB leadership. After due consultation with our leader, we went ahead, conducted the first sit at home that was carried around the world. Our leader continued to send message that the sit at home, we should call it off. The message continued to come. Everybody was reluctant to call it off. Why I'm explaining this thing is that at the end of the day, I want you who have supported because they sit at home Monday, our people have been voluntarily. When we announced the sit at home, we got messages even we are not normal. We know that that spoken word cannot be retrieved back. But the enemies of this struggle, they continue to attack the sit at home. They continue to bring excuses that NATO is coming. This one is coming. The university is 6 months on strike till now. They use it to blackmail the IPOB leadership, if you are not aware. Everywhere was that the GateKeepers and Chinasaworu, they don't listen to what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is saying. That they disobeyed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and you are one of those people. I am making you a direct accusation. Some of you, like you, were part of the people carrying all this kind of rumor that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told them to allow somebody to come on radio. They refused. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told them to cancel the sit at home. They refused. I know this struggle. That word that I spoke, because it was in conformity in what the leadership agreed, and it was the best for the struggle. But you were there when people were blackmailing Chinasaworu and GateKeepers. It was to avoid saying that we disobey Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because we must always listen to him, whether in the DSS
International.
Okay,
Yes.
go ahead.
Okay. Okay, and I was saying that I thank sister that just spoke, especially again because at the last conclusion of her statement, said it all. She said it all because she said, I'm the second in command. I'm the second in command. The first in command is there. I cannot honestly be expected to take over the work of the first command. The first command is reachable. He is still in charge. And that is what I have been trying to let our people know. That is also what the enemy wants us to do. They want us to isolate our leader. Isolate him in the sense that believing that he's not in control. Oyendu is in control, and that is what we must push across. I am second in command. When there are issues that I can deal with immediately and deal with as second in command that does not need the input of Oyendu, I deal with them, because I know he has taught me how to deal with those issues. But if there are so weighty issues that we need the first in command to make an input, I will act according to his instructions. And as I'm speaking to you, Oyendu is seized of the allegations about his head of finance. I know the instructions as he told me to carry out. Based on that, he has not asked me to remove anybody, and I cannot remove anybody because Oyendu, people are going around saying, I said it on my broadcast, and I'm very disappointed. Are we deliberately trying to isolate him? Because that is what they want us to do. We must push it all the time that the Oyendu is in charge. That is what scares our enemy. If we reduce his authority, we are putting him in danger. And I cannot be part of that. So until he tells me in that very serious allegation, very serious matter, that he appointed the head of finance, and taking into account that these allegations have been there before he got this issue that he has now. He was already aware of it. He hasn't acted on them, and up to now he hasn't asked me to act on them. I don't think it's reasonable for me to act without his authority. I can't do that. That is why I'm a very, very simple, obedient follower. That is how it is. I know where my responsibility lie. I know where my duties lie. I know where I am expected to act, and in those areas, be rest assured that I will act. Where the input of Oyendu is needed, I will wait for his input before I act. We are here also, we may disagree on that, but that is my outlook of this whole situation. I have been in this movement.
Biafra Alpha Power Media International.
To court. With the state of the mind you have seen our leader, do you think our leader is not capable of making any decision. Something he sees may affect him or affect the struggle. That's number one. Number two, the IPOB leadership is not taking orders. Every order. What Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is doing is to...
Biafra Alpha Power Media International.
Times are different with the time we are in. The kind of detention somebody is equating to that you don't take orders is the time when messages passes from one hand to another before it gets to the leader. Now, we have been in this struggle. We work with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Ask the lawyers. There are message. If they bring it, we told them this message is not what we expect. That means the message might be diluted. We now use our brain and decode the remaining things we have to do. That is why we are...
Biafra Alpha Power Media International.
There are many people who have refused to respect and obey this IPOB structure. Some people went home. They said, because it's only Mazi Nnamdi Kanu I will respect. When he is out, I will come out. But let me give you a message. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu also take advice from the IPOB leadership. We do advise each other when we have things. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is somebody who takes advice. Put in your mind, you have closed every door to even work with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because I know when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu come out, you go to him and tell Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because you were not there, I didn't want to work. And if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu tell me to work with you, I will tell Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I won't work with you. Because if in your absence, you don't respect the leadership, you don't work with anybody in the leadership. Now, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is out. You come to work with the leadership. We won't work with you. It's as simple as ABCD. And he will understand our stand. Because you can't insult. We are building a nation. We are building a country, an institution. Now, at the end of the day, if Mazi Nnamdi, what if Biafra comes today? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu retire. That he said he don't want to be the leader. A new leader emerge. You say you won't respect that place only. Then you go home and you sleep and close your mouth shut. It is stupidity and the ignorance. Anybody opening his mouth anywhere and say, I don't listen to anybody, only Mazi Nnamdi. You are stupid. When you are making such comment, it doesn't show that you love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That does not what it means. It shows how stupid and selfish and ignorant you are. Because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not only him, it's IPOB. It's not Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that it is the IPOB made Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu lead IPOB to the glory also. Trying to say only when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will come out, you come back to the struggle, that is for you. Remember, most of you, we have marked many of you. There are some of you who have, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu had problem. I'm not asking you to respect me. I don't need respect from you. Respect the institution. Respect the structure of IPOB. Some of you who come and talk rubbish on social media talk, you are not even up to my younger sisters. You are not even up to my younger sisters. Some of you not even up to my younger brothers. You are not even up to my cousins. People who respect us. We have a lot of people who respect us. You are nobody. But you come, you put your mouth, because talk is free. You come, you demonize the leadership. You think tomorrow, if when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu come out, you come, you say, because that time Mazi Nnamdi, that time you go and walk in the office of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. If he takes you, you walk there. If he don't take you, you take your bag and go home and sit. Dear friends and all the lovers of freedom, we have stayed very long on this program. I didn't.
Biafra Alpha Power Media International. Biafra Alpha Power Media International.
There are things we can praise the pot in everything we scatter. Yes. But as we are planning it also, we take, sometimes we do inform our leader also. We say, wait, But there is a time we also, because we don't want what happened we don't want what happened during the sit-at-home order to repeat itself. We don't want. We don't want an order we will give now. The enemies will, and we feel it may be too early. We don't want to do it based on what, because of these enemies, infiltrators. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. This thing we are doing, if we don't handle it very well, because that is what the government wants us to do. When we just mention, you will see they will use anybody. You saw what happened in the sit-at-home. You saw it. You saw it that just to announce something for the benefit of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because he was not listening. You saw it. You saw his brothers came out, issued their own press release. You saw, this is what they are waiting for. They came to counter all the effort and that pronouncement. What people don't understand, they were fighting a wrong fight. That pronouncement, that the same day I made that pronouncement, one thing people don't know is this. I didn't make that pronouncement by my own power. But somehow I was asked to always go on radio to speak to our people. And that was the time I was given that instruction. And the moment I pour out that word, it becomes like waking even when we want to call it off, the members of the DOS was saying we cannot call this thing off. But it's because of the pressure, putting pressure on Onyendu, and at the end of the day, is the sit-at-home not heading to 1 year? People capitalize on it.
Biafra Alpha Power Media International. Biafra Alpha Power Media International.
Because it hasn't proved to be that way. I don't want every signal. I want every evidence. Because see,
enwere every evidence igosi that na ihe niile ga-eme onye ndu nọ n'aka Chukwu. Can you imagine? Hi, alụ eme.
And the Biafrans should react all reaction of human being. All human reaction. And if a man like this, how a human being should react,
yes,
is how we are reacting. But all the muka, spiritually, all the muka,
yeah. More, I think so too.
And all the yes, and all the muka are working back at in but at this stage, after this stage,
yes, yes, all the time.
Yes, although all the mega
yeah.
You see, kind of check
that is the way it looks like.
You see, that is.
I will talk on this tomorrow because more I'm from the reason why. I'm from the reason why this kind of normal go anybody that this kind of trip. Or just first one is Zoya, so just second one.
Zoya.
Yeah?
Zoya. Ogwaro anybody.
Yes.
How can you create departments who are supposed to report to HOD?
Chai. Oh, blame on you. Chai.
All the who are they going to report?
Oh, yeah, with the team.
Oh, yeah, with the team. Oh, yeah, with it. Oh, yeah, I'm not job. I'm not
Oh, yeah, with the team.
Who is coming there to report
Oh, that was the problem.
Sorry. I remember.
He created a structure. Can he maintain that structure?
Right.
So when you report what you know ahead of you, get somebody report it to me direct. Report to me direct if for anything they make it.
Well, along with any agent use here, he help you people to go this message for him.
Sorry.
Yeah?
And we were not feeling too much, my brother. And before I go to see.
Biafra Alpha Power Media International.
Our people are lame. They are weak. I am struggling to count how many men there are in Biafra land. There are no more men left. Weak, docile, and imbecilic. Weak. I don't know how we can take such people to war. I don't know how we can take men who are not men into battle and win. I am ashamed. Very, very ashamed. Nonetheless, we must preach this very gospel because man did not ask us to come. Chukwu Abiyama in heaven mandated that we should come. If not, that I was called to do this very work, I will not speak to any of you anymore. But Chukwu Abiyama said this very gospel must be preached, and we must preach it. I have prayed since yesterday up until now. My request is very simple. The same prayer I made in secret, I will make out here in the open. Chukwu Abiyama biko. Since it is your intention that your kingdom will be restored upon this very earth, I need men. I need men. I did not say boys. I said I need men. Those of them that you created to restore your kingdom, they should come forward now, not tomorrow, not next year. Chukwu Abiyama. You must bring them now. I did not say tomorrow. Because the insult is too much. It is beyond what any human being can endure. We want to go and get Biafra, or we die in the process, because we are better off dead than witness some of this nonsense going on. The level of insult is beyond what any decent human being can tolerate. I was an Nama. They bring their cattle into our land. They desecrate our land. They kill us in the presence of about it. And when the police attend, the police sit idly by as people are being killed by not a multitude of people. Only 4. Only 4 Awasa people can sack an entire village in Biafra land, and we call ourselves men. No, we are not men. Until we redeem our honor. Until we look at integrity and say we must have a part of it. Until then, to be honest with you. This is Radio Biafra. Now is the time to come forward. I did not say tomorrow. Now, tonight, is the time to come forward. 100 of us, and then we march. 100 and we march.